No, people, bear with me a bit. Having a little bit of trouble staying on track today. I've woken up at like 1:30 this morning by one of the local crackheads looking for someone that doesn't live here. So of course you end up, you know, sleeping with one eye open, one eye shut, and wondering fucking when. It's just one of those places. Doesn't happen all the time. Doesn't happen that often. Cart horse Carly from the next suburb over. Fuck knows what she wanted. How do I know? Everyone knows her because she's fucking cuckoo, man. And you never know who she was knocking on the door for. Got a funny feeling they might have been casing the joint out. Because the TV thing was alright. Sometimes I sleep with the... I'll show you. Sometimes I sleep with that going in the night. And you can just see the glow of it through the crack of the curtains outside. Right. Why? I don't know, because we have a corrupt police system that everybody keeps blaming the magistrates for, who never get to actually adjudicate on anything, because the police keep taking the fucking authority away from the magistrates by doing plea deals in private conference rooms through dodgy fucking lawyers. Yeah, like that. You know, the sort of police service that loses evidence all the time. I mean, constantly loses evidence. I know a situation here at the moment where they've lost about $30,000 worth of ice. It's actually fuck all. It's a piss in the ocean. There was a thing the other day about someone that been going to court who's avoided going to jail for $100,000 worth of ice, trafficking it apparently for somebody else or something. It's a fucking piss in the ocean. We all know I've got a past. And I can tell you right now, there's someone that lives in Westbury that fucking sells 100 grams worth. He'd wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning, he'd have 2 coffees, 3 cones, and 100 grams already sold by lunchtime. So, I think you'll find the 100 gram was a setup for rolling over on a cop, probably. That's how it works around here. Well, I've got videos on that. You want to know about that? Go back, have a look. I'm not into explaining things 10,000 fucking times. Now, a quick laugh to cheer myself up. I don't normally do this. I don't normally even worry looking back at the shit that I stepped over. Because sometimes, you know, somehow that'll catch your attention. You just notice it, step over it, keep walking. Don't even smile and wave. Don't even acknowledge. You see, I'm not one to react. I'm not a reactive person. I'm proactive and responsive. But, you know, if you want to get on my platform and just to character assassinate, whether it's me or someone else, I'll leave my response there for a few days to show everyone how much of a fucking idiot you are, and then I'll just delete it. I'll leave what you said there. Everyone can have a laugh at the fucking dickhead you made of yourself. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. Because I upset him once. Only because I made him question his own intelligence. That's how I know this is his low ball shit. I say, look, I have this whole thing of trying to break things down to simplicity, and I say a lot, it's that simple. It's really that fucking simple. If people could only see how simple it is. It's so fucking what? Now, it's been a while since I've heard from this monger. No one would be better placed to comment on simple things than you, David, with an exclamation mark. No one would be better placed. I used to talk to this person a bit, and this is. Hi, Matthew. So, of course, because of it's a goose. It's a shame, actually. It's an insult to the legacy of his father, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you got to keep things simple for stupid people. I guess it's not simple enough for you and your hyperfixational, grandiose, narcissistic personality disorder. Go and rub another one out in your mum's sock, you cerebrally challenged Neanderthal. I went away for a while and I thought, no, he got on one of my posts a while ago and just over and over and over kept character assassinating me and then challenged me to a duel, I suppose you could call it. Challenged me to a clash of cavemanism. Yeah, I don't get into cavemanism. I'm a little bit more evolved than that, Violence isn't the answer. Not to everything, which is what we're going to get on to in here, in this video. But, so I thought, well, look, if I've thrown down, I may as well lay the boots in while I'm there. If you want to have a fucking keyboard ninja fucking war with me, fine. Let's fucking rumble. I'm prepared to fucking be shaking in the corner sucking your thumb. Because I've spoken to you a lot and I've noticed that everything that you say is just regurgitated shit, mate. It's fucking repetitive regurgitated shit. You've got the vocabulary of a fucking carrot. So I'm like, hear that? That's the sound of nobody laughing with you. And me laughing at your infinitesimally microscopic excuse for something intellectual to say. Sorry to say, mate, the character assassination is a sure sign of an intellectual lightweight with too much time in their hands and not enough mental horsepower to add value, either on a talking head platform nor to mankind. Guess that leaves you laughing at your own jokes with your Luddites. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. So with that, goodbye. I'll leave that there for a day or two. And then I'll delete the whole conversation. But you're only making a fool of yourself. Just fuck off. So anyway, coming to that statement, which was made about minors, by the way, youths, like 14, 15-year-olds. Violence is the only answer. Fucking idiot. Brussels. Rioting erupts in front of the European Parliament as farmers continue to protest in Brussels. Now, I'm just watching this, having a look. It's the farmers' protest where they've all rocked up there with their tractors. Now, quick disclaimer. So nobody reports anybody to the Department of Violence Against Tractors. No tractors were harmed in the making of this film. Okay, know what I'm saying? No tractors were harmed in the making of this film. And just looking, oh, look, let's go. I'll find a way to show you me fucking setup. And you'll go, fucking really? Is that what you're working with? Yeah, well, yeah, no. That's what I'm working with, guys. What? Fucking who cares? I'm old school. Look. Books, DVDs, CDs. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. If you don't own it, it don't exist. If you don't own it, you can't prove it. Trust me, there's another book burning coming because they're fucking deleting everything off the internet. Historical. We should become a plastic nation, a plastic identification, not a name but a number. And we should be given games to play so that we don't notice our chains. Winston Churchill, about 1946, just after Margaret Thatcher took the steering wheel in Great Britain. 46, 47. Wasn't far wrong, was he? Try and find the speech. How have I memorised that if it's not a thing? Of course it's a thing. My grandfather taught me that when I was a kid. How did he know that we would become a plastic identity? A plastic identification. Not a name but a number. You think maybe it's been in the works for a long, long time? Why do you think that speech has been deleted? Anyway, we'll watch a little bit of this. I'll tell you what's fucking stupid and wrong about it. Because there's plenty. Now, if you was riot police, dealing with the rioting people, where they're throwing petrol bombs and carrying on, like we'll watch it in a second, you'll see, like you see it's all smoky. Would you have your hair hanging out like that? Would you be wearing a hoodie, do you think? Why don't they all have police? Fuck knows what that is. What's that, a bag with a drink in it? Like really, what's going on here? I'm sorry, it just don't seem legit to me. I've got a set of them. They come from Northwest Mowers. They're for brush cutting. Now, let's watch it. Wouldn't you think you'd have moved that tractor? Where's all this shit come from? Hang on. I'd love to speak their language, because you that looked like a moment of action. Let's go back. What are they waiting for? Just watch. It's comical. What are they throwing? Potatoes. They're potatoes!
A new generation slingshot, crafted by a Berlin arms factory, more accurate than a pistol and legally ownable.
You watch mainstream media report on this saying that they're rocks. They're fucking potatoes. Wait, you mean to say a tractor couldn't knock those over? Look, they're nothing. You'd knock them over in a fucking car. What was that? Why would farmers be throwing fucking rocks at their own tractors? I'm sorry, but this is fucking comical. This is about as legit as the Bondi Beach attack. Nah, bullshit. Oh, that was a rock. Notice no one's actually throwing at him. Come on. That's not how you throw things at people. That's how you throw it to them. Fuck me. Okay, but anyways. Why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? You know, the Luddites, like the tweet that fucking wrote to me, they'll watch that and think that's legit. They'll watch that on the news. No, this local team, whoever that is, actually, fuck if I know, who's videoing all this? Local team. Who's local team? It's not news, I wouldn't think. Central Casting. Gotta love Central Casting. Tremendous, tremendous. Gotta love those guys at Central Casting. If it wasn't for the guys at Central Casting, the greatest actors. Oh, they're the greatest actors. Fucking Donald Trump even fucking tells you. And you still don't get it. I need a drink. Hang on. The sound out of the face hole. Oh, you should copyright that saying, Bear. I use it heaps. If you don't like the sounds coming out of my face hole, beat feet and scram, go pound sand. I love it. Go and kick rocks. It almost leaves me speechless, and that don't happen often. Well, it kind of does. Usually when I go quiet, it's because there's nothing logical that you can say about it. Nothing sensible other than, what a load of fucking shit. Fires that are set in the middle of a fucking big cordoned off area, right, with a tractor with a big scoop on it, that obviously just dumped everything there to set fire to it, so they had something to set fire to. Fucking come on. Are people really that dumb that they're swallowing this? Are you buying this? Are you picking up what they're putting down? Because fuck if I am. That said, why are they doing it? Because of the people that do. You know, normalcy Norman and his fucking normal fucking, and his new normal brain. Hey, Puss, what are you doing? Say hello to the people, Puss. Hello. Cool cat, this one. Aren't ya? You cool? You cool cat? Cool for cats, aren't ya? You doing? You doing? You're up there. They'll buy it and they'll think it's real. And it's like, oh, and everybody gets all up in arms and the fucking Sky News gets on about it and then the ABC gets on about it. And then Sky News and ABC News start pretending to argue back and forward to each other about it. Murdoch Media owns the fucking government. The government owns ABC. So fucking, I'm sorry, but Murdoch Media also owns Sky News. It's a fake argument. Alright? Rupert Murdoch. He owns all the media in this country, including all the fucking newspapers. How did he end up acquiring all of it? Kerry Packer died. James Packer wasn't interested in news. Murdoch ended up there by default. Just came along, scooped up what was sitting around for the takings for nothing. Go back and watch the print media inquiry between Kerry Packer and the Australian the Australian Senate. Back when there was a thing called Turnbull print media. The Turnbulls. Quentin Turnbull, ringing a bell? Who was a banker? The Turnbulls were also bankers and lawyers, accountants and media. How the fuck are these people having anything to do with our parliament? Oh, that's right, because you're all fucking stupid enough to vote them in. Why are you voting? Why do you do that? Oh, can't work that one out. I used to do it. I wised up. But yeah, like I said, people will play on this. People will sell it. People will think it's real. People get all up in arms. And people will think that that's the answer. And then it'll happen for real. That's why. Right? It's the fake fights to G up the real fights. It's the Bondi Beach fucking... I'm still not even convinced anybody died. If somebody did, I'm very sorry for that statement, and I actually mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not there, I can't really say yay or nay on that, but I can tell you that it was a fucking essential casting fucking... Okay, what's central casting? Central casting is a bunch of secret operation, an undercover operation. Fucking hell, cat hair now. The cat hair fucking tickling me nose somewhere. Oh man. He has main character moments. He'll sit there like that for ages. Right. They're basically actors, but they're actors with a little bit of CIA training, a little bit of secret agent training, you know, undercover training, how to blend in a bit, how to have an empty park look like it's full of just people going about their everyday business for a sting and things like that, or to put on a show to drag someone out of hiding who they work for. Well, it's a joint operation between the America's CIA and Israel's Mossad. Intelligence agencies. you know, like when you see it on the movies and that, it's the ones you see that aren't part of the normal crew, the team. They're the extras that are hanging around the park, you know, at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I see them over there. And they're walking around with brooms and pretending to walk dogs and read newspapers and shit. Well, in these, they're pretending to be riot police and farmers. In Bondi, they were pretending to be Jews running for their lives. And they were pretending to be ISIS killing Jews. I'll tell you now, it's an actual fact. There's footage of a bloke that was at Bondi, and there's footage of him getting made up. They had the paint and everything painted on his face to make it look like he got shot. You know, the hero. That's done it once before in America as well, in exactly the same scenario, and the dickhead put pictures up on his social media about it. It's a false flag event. False flag event. But the problem with false flag events, quite often real people actually die. That's why I said I'm not entirely convinced, but if somebody did, I am deeply fucking sorry for that statement. The reason I said that is because there are crises, there are terror attacks, and then there is the perception of a crisis or a terror attack. COVID-19 being a classic example. That was just the perception of a pandemic. Everyone believed it, so they ran with it. Why? Look around. Nothing's ever going back to normal. You know that, right? Are you still waiting? Are you still getting around wearing a fucking mask? Stop it. Stop that. Silly. Robert Malone, the bloke that invented the fucking the PRC testing, actually told them not to use it to test for COVID because it won't work accurately. He said it will always throw false positives and false negatives at any test. All it tests for is bacterium. It'll test if a virus is present. And that's it. Virus is only phlegm. You know that, right? You don't catch a virus, you create virus. Your body makes virus to catch the bug that's making you sick. These bugs are basically a parasite. The virus captures it to stop it reproducing. It's a spike protein parasite. And it encapsulates it so in the phlegm so you can spit it out, so you can expel it. Why do you think you go into fever? It's your body's defence mechanism to heat you up that much that you sweat spike proteins out of your skin. Bad bacteriums. A virus isn't a little weird looking thing with strings and legs and fur. The virus is the thing that makes you get better. I'm no doctor, I know. But hey, you can believe the science. It's never been double blind tested. Well, the point is, like, I know, I keep going off. Why? Because, like, it is related. It's all related. It's all the same fucking thing. You know, all these things that have been happening over the last years, swine flu, fucking chicken pox, monkey pox, typhoid, fucking breakouts. It's all part of the same gameplay. Ever since the fall of Rome. What was the fall of Rome? It was just another New World Order. What's a New World Order? It's not a conspiracy theory. It's the order of, right? It's the order of the hierarchy of control. It's not some weird fucking conspiracy theory of a bunch of shadowy people that want to take over the world. It's the people that have always been running it. The hierarchy of power. It's only perceived power. It's not real power. It's only perceived authority. You allow them to have dominion over you, so they take it. You can't fight them, because they own everything now. They've got everything. You can't fight it. This is what I'm coming to with this in a second. How did the fall of Rome come about? Like the fall of Caesar and the club of, and the fall of Rome, and the club of Rome get established. It says there's a thing called the Club of Rome, okay? Established in 1940, 1942 thereabouts. Might have been earlier. Might have been 1920s. Just after World War One, I think. I think that's a bit closer. I'm not sure on the dates. So look, I remember. It's too much, okay? When was the Battle of Hastings? Can you tell me that? 1066. Right. So, how did Caesar die? Can you tell me how Caesar died? I can tell you how he died. All of his senators turned on him to bring about the fall of Rome, because the senators of Rome were the shadowy people that was running Rome. Caesar weren't running shit. He was too busy eating grapes and fucking his sister. Fact. He was too busy getting pissed, fucking his sister and smoking weird things. Snorting snuff. You know, the little snuff rings? It's not cocaine, it's snuff. It's like a tobacco. Why did they do that? Because Rome was collapsing economically. The people were about to take Rome off the people who were in charge. So they had to bring about a revolution. An industrial revolution of sorts. They scarp it all over the place. Why do you think so many people have got an eagle as their in their coat of arms, as their great seal? The Scottish Rite, the Freemasonry sect of the Freemasons from Scotland, the Scottish Rite, have got an eagle with two heads, one looking up and one looking that way. And sometimes it's drawn as one looking in each direction, but they never look in the same direction. Why? One looks left and one looks right. It's always been about the left and right. That's how they keep us separated. Then they had another one, about 200 years ago, another industrial revolution. It's always about the acquisition of land, the acquisition of power, the control of population, the control of resources, and the hierarchy of perceived authority. And the ones right at the top can never be known. Why? You can't fight what you can't see and you don't know. You could sit right next to one on a bus and not know it. You could go to the movies and be sitting behind one at the movies and not know it, because you don't know who they are. You don't know what they look like. Nobody does. Nobody knows who they are. The Committee of 300. No one knows who they are. Some of us know they exist. Believe me, the Committee of 300 answers to somebody too. I'm not going there. Now in real life, what's going on in England? Thanks to Tommy Robinson and Nigel Farage. what's been going on here, and it's escalating. The same as what's going on in England. Same as what's going on there, but it starts off with fake fights. England started off with fake fights. Geeing them up, and yeah, rallying up the fucking hatred. Creating spite and animosity between members of people who probably would have been friends in any other circumstance. Scott Challen. What's he doing? He's Australia's Tommy Robbins. What's Pauline Hanson doing? She's Australian's Nigel Farage. It's the same fucking gameplay. It's exactly the same fucking gameplay. What's going on in Texas at the moment? Exactly the same gameplay. Muslims by the thousands taken to the streets 5 times a day to say prayer with the fucking fucking weird shit that they go on about on the speakers. It's all a show. But it ain't in our advantage, so all you white hat fucking idiots out there, you're believing in fucking tooth fairies. Q isn't a fucking real thing, it's an AI program, it's a never-ending story. You're going to fucking be following Q drops forever. You'll be following Q drops until you can't drink no more drops ever. You'll be full on drops. Your grandkids will still be following Q drops. Thinking it's, you know, they inherited this fucking wise knowledge. You're a hamster in a maze. You're the rat in the maze that's learned how to figure out the maze just because there's a bit of food there. But that maze has got doors where you can get out, but you don't get out. Why? Because there's food in there. You can be free if you want to. All you have to do is walk away. You can't fight it. If it was for real, how do you fight that? If that was real, how would you fight that? How would we fight that? If that was real, we've seen what happened in Melbourne. That's fucking come off it. As if that's real. Look what happened in Melbourne during COVID when we actually did have some real shit throwing down. That was way more violent than that. They fired on us with rubber fucking bullets. And do you think they were Australian police? Not all of them. The ones that wouldn't talk and wouldn't take their helmet and their masks off. Melbourne riot police, proudly sponsored by Xi Jinping, the Communist Chinese Party. There you go. Where'd they all come from? There was fucking thousands of them that just appeared from nowhere. All over Australia. And all of a sudden, we're back to our normal numbers. Overnight, the Australian police force fucking more than tripled. And then when it was all over, overnight they all disappeared again. Have you ever fucking thought about that logically? Where did they all go? It wasn't like suddenly they recruited fucking... They had 3x'd their police recruits overnight. And then they all resigned fucking one day because everyone decided, well, we don't need these police anymore, and they were all quite happy to just walk away with no job, no nothing, no... Who paid for that? Where did all the fucking rubber bullet guns come from? Do the math. If you can't do the fucking... If you can't do the dot to dot, and if you can't do the puzzle and put the picture together, do the fucking math. The math isn't mathing. This is why I get so frustrated. There's 50 gazillion ways to make you see the bleeding obvious. And you're looking at shit and trying to explain something that's not even there. You believe in fucking idiots like Ricardo Bosie and David Guru Graham and Carl Leibold and Como John and Graham Hood and fucking Pauline Hanson and Oh, now you all fucking think Jared Rennick's the fucking man. Craig Kelly, you can't fucking seem to stick to a party because all he does is jump from party to party to party. What for? To fuck around with the preference deals. What is Clive Palmer there for? To fuck around with preference deals. To make it easier to rig elections in a country that doesn't actually have 25 million people in it. You can subtract a few million from that. And at the rate of immigration that we've got, if those numbers were real, we'd be closer to 30 million now, but we're still only at 25, 26 million. The math ain't mathing again, is it? If we're getting around 1 million people a year for the last 5 years, that's around 5 million people from 25 to 26 million. The math isn't mathing, people. We'd be 30 million people. We've never had 25 million people in Australia. It's more like 20. Maybe closer to 21, 22 now. If you've got a few million people that don't exist, well, you can throw votes in any direction you fucking want to legitimise a fucking illegitimate election, can't you? Well, do you think they wouldn't do that? I'm telling you they are. You think we're not run by a bunch of communists? I've seen the Legion... Spit it out. Put the words in the right order. The Australian Communist Allegiance Manifesto. Registrar. It's a register of all the fucking prime ministers and premiers and leaders of the CFMEU and so forth that have pledged allegiance to a secret communist party. That's what the term a card-carrying communist means. The lady that runs fucking Burning Community House is a card-carrying communist, and I was told that from inside information. I'm not going to say who told me. Someone who may have or may have not, or may still not, or volunteer there. That clashes with that person a lot, or clashed with that person a lot at some point. You'll have to muddy that up a bit. So they can't work out how far back they have to go to figure out who said it. The Australian Communist Allegiance Manifesto has got signatures on it all the way back to and including Harold Holt. Who's Harold Holt? The Prime Minister that disappeared, who had ties to the Russian consulate. The Kremlin, had ties to the Russian Kremlin. It's funny that the beach he went swimming at happened to have a Russian submarine hanging around just offshore that day. Look it up. Don't have to fucking believe me. That's the problem with you cunts. Oh, listen to that shit he's talking about. You ever go and try to debunk it? Don't debunk it. If you can't prove me right, try and prove me wrong. Go and debunk it. Go and find where it's actually debunked in a factual way. Not in mainstream media, because that's their job. All media is full of shit. This is full of shit. Why? Do you think they'd have fucking things on there going viral that they didn't want you to fucking see? What do you think? I got fuck all views. They don't want you to see me shit. The only people seeing me shit are the people that'll argue with me, or people directly within my echo chamber. or people. Now and then I'm cheeky, and I'll go onto other platforms and I'll drop links on them. I do it to Sky News, and 20 minutes later they disappear again. Sometimes someone sitting there deletes them. Sky News is the only channel that'll let you comment. But someone from Murdoch Media, if they don't like the comment, deletes them. That's why there's no such thing as freedom of speech online. There isn't. No one fucking gives a fuck. No one listens. No one listens to you in your echo chamber. Sending emails to people, I've proven that. There's about three politicians here in Tasmania that have actually got me blocked from their servers. I can't email them. They bounce back to me telling me that my correspondence is blocked from their server. It doesn't even make it to them at all. It just bounces back straight from their server back to me. Unfortunately, we were unable to send your email. It was blocked by the server. Oh, don't like criticism. Don't like someone who's not scared to speak truth to power. You don't like somebody who might disagree with you. See how freedom of speech doesn't work unless you say it to them? I reckon I've written 300 letters to the Advocate newspaper in the last couple of years and they've not printed a single one. Not one. But they'll print a letter about someone complaining about having to walk their dog on a lead because, you know, they're whinging about the council telling them that they have to walk their dog on a lead at the dog park. It's a fucking nothing bullshit fucking story. It's not even someone with a legitimate question. I've been to council meetings where the same question, exactly the same question, has popped up a few months later. It's like, you've already fucking dealt with this. You've asked this question before. Same question. Same scenario. They're fake questions. And they'll go on for 20 minutes, half an hour, wasting everybody's time about whether this old lady should walk a dog in a park or not. Well, they argue amongst themselves about it. It's like, what the fuck? Do you realise how fucking pathetic this is for somebody who comes regularly enough to actually catch you out on it? Sitting there listening to Ken Dorsey and Trent Aitken and fucking... What's his name? I forget people's names that I can't fucking stand sometimes. Aitken's handler, Christopher Lynch. I sat down and watched them three argue with fucking, what's her name? Fucking that Canadian fucking thing that talks really a foreign. Fucking Keegan. See, it's like, and you all think these people are working for you and you keep paying your rates and you keep paying your taxes. How much are you prepared to pay for fucking rubbish removal in a year's time when they've got fucking 5 bins and fucking 3 different contractors all stinging for rubbish removal? Intermittently paying programs to come around and walk around and look in everyone's bin to see what's in them. What the fuck is that? I stand out the front and stand there and stare at them. They don't even look in my bin. You can do it, mate. I was looking in the bins. Go fucking somewhere else and do it. A waste of fucking money. Go and add some value somewhere instead of fucking milking it, living off it. Go somewhere and actually do something that helps the community. Instead of helping the fucking council milk it. It's this shit. Like I said, do you think you can stand up against it? It's a rant, I know. Why? It's all related. It's all for the same agenda. The council's building the shit, they're introducing the shit. Giovanna Simpson said to me face that Bernie is the blueprint for the 15-minute digital smart city for Tasmania. We got some shit changing. Why do you think they're building all the new court and police station down there? We're getting a prison, people, whether you fucking like it or not. You can be arrested, processed through court, and fucking thrown in jail all in one day now, once that's built. Without jurisprudence. Oh, what's jurisprudence? Go and fucking look it up, you lazy cunt. How do they go about that? With this shit. Everyone, well, we need more police, we need tougher policing. We need more police powers. Why? So they can play dodgeball with fucking potatoes. So that they can, you know, why do you think these fucking repeat career fucking criminals are just going around and around and around and around and around in a revolving door of fucking never go to jail? And when they do, like fucking someone who was sentenced for 9 years, got out after 2. Does smash and grabs at jewellery stores, does run-throughs in people's houses, home invasions, bashes up drug dealers for his drugs and his money. Goes around everyone's house all the time, dragging people back into drug addiction that have just spent the last fucking 6 to 9 months fucking sorting themselves out, finally getting somewhere, fucking knock, 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 fancy a free fucking taste? As if they're not fucking on the payroll working for the cops and the whole fucking agenda. And half of them don't even know it because they're too fucking stupid. Some of them are that calculating though. You know that they know, and you know they know that you know. But they're that fucking twisted, you're better off to just leave them alone. Why? Because they'll fucking petrol bomb through all your windows at night and they don't give a fuck if it goes through a window and lands on your daughter's bed. You can't fight against that. You can't. There's a reason they want you to do it, so they can implement all the other bullshit that we don't want, all the fucking digital tracking, the digital facial recognitions, the fucking social credit scores, the fucking digital ID. Eventually, this, the next stage with this is you won't be allowed to not have one. You won't be allowed to leave your home without one, and people that do leave their home without one, you know, they've already got the solution to that. They've got the phone in the watch. You know, everywhere they go. Google Maps is tracking them everywhere they go. What comes next? Bill Gates already has the fucking solution to that. A little sticker you put on with little fucking micro spikes that fucking put a, what do they call it? A QR code. An impregnated QR code tattoo that's fucking inside your skin. Sinks into your skin, you can't see it, but it works on a fucking barcode scanner. You can go and scan it across the barcode at the fucking supermarket. And it'll register. Pay for your groceries with it. It's already developed, it already exists. And these people here, if they're legit or not, those people there, their time's numbered. Their days are numbered in that job role. They're already obsolete. What do you need them for when they got swarm drones? What do you need them for once everybody's got their little fucking QR code? And they can just switch it off if you've been a naughty boy. a person of interest. They just want to talk to you. You might have, we're worried about this person. Why? Because they're fucking me. I'm in fucking deep trouble, don't you worry. Don't fucking scare me none. I can go up the bush and live just fucking fine. It's for my kids I take this fight up, because why should they have to live like that? Why should anyone? Do you think that's right? Do you think that's a fucking good way to live? You fucking selfish fucking piece of shit. You afforded yourself and took all these fucking freedoms for granted, had the fucking ball with it, and then you're going to have it robbed from your kids and your grandkids? It's alright. I had my fun. You don't deserve kids. You're a fucking maggot. If you're not prepared to make a sacrifice for your kids, then why the fuck are you making them sacrifice everything for you? Why should they sacrifice what you won't fight for? You're weak as fucking piss. And when I say fight for it, not like this. This is a whole fucking thing where you're deluded. You're being made to think that this is what you have to do. It's not. You don't have to lift a finger. In fact, all you have to do is go on a fucking real long-term holiday at your home and just not comply, not answer questions, and when they want to arrest you, just sit on the floor. Make them do all the heavy lifting. Don't fight them. Don't resist anything. Just sit on the floor and be a dead fucking weight. They can't lock us all up. And if they did, who pays? Where does the revenue come from to pay them all? Who fucking grows the food? Who harvests the food? They don't have all the drones for that yet. Who cooks the food? There will still be certain jobs that they will need people for quite some time. These people will probably take them because they're yes people. Why? Like I say, fuck, you sound vaccinated. I'm sorry for your loss. Loss? Well, what did I lose? Exactly. Autonomy, mind, critical thinking. That constant brain fog that you have. The will to do something, but you don't know what it is. You think maybe I'm meant to go away? Is it, do I need to escape? What is it that it feels like there's something missing. You're disconnected from your fucking soul. You're disconnected from your living you. What do you think you're your name? You think this meat wagon that you can see right in front of you on this screen? Look a bit deeper. A bit deeper. I'm in there somewhere. Ah, damn, you just fucking got me retina reading. Hey, give a fuck. Mine's got issues. You're going to have problems with mine because my eyes are covered in scar tissue. I've had metal fragments all through my eyes. You're going to have trouble with my eyes trying to do that shit. It changes on any given day. Some days they're covered in floaties, which are actually dead nerve endings, and sometimes they're not, so they must break off. They're dead nerve endings. They're what are they? Damaged blood vessels. I've got actual scar tissue on my pupils. Which is why I can't match paint anymore. Can't match colours. Which is why I'll never spray paint again. I can, if it's a respray. I can lay down a beautiful spray job if it's a respray. Touching up's a bit of a problem. Anyway, that's off the point. Point is, how do you go about fighting it? You fucking have to do nothing with purpose. You have to you have to have purpose, you have to have strategy. You have to unite. A people's unification, a people's union, not a trade union, not a government registered union. Since when do you need the government's permission to do anything? Why do you need the councils fucking to give you permission to have an official fucking petition? A petition doesn't count, and they don't fucking lodge it if you don't have it registered with the council. And they have the they reckon they have the authority to refuse you permission for a petition. We won't approve that. Why not? We don't think it's in the in our best interest. Why do you think we're fucking petitioning you, fuckwit? They don't do anything for our best interest. It's all for theirs. You know what the council is? They're a gatekeeper in the way to stop you getting from the politicians. Have you noticed all the politicians and senators now have got fucking buzzing fucking door locks? You got to press a buzzer and talk to a microphone for them to unlock the door, and they're behind bulletproof glass and shit. All that glass and shit wasn't put up so you didn't sneeze on them. It's fucking bulletproof. You think maybe they know something's coming? Do you think maybe they know that this is all just the setup? This is all bullshit to make us fucking bring on the real thing? And then out come the fucking drones. This isn't a war against flesh and blood. It's a war against principalities. And once they get everyone G'd up enough, the people, most of them will be dropped like a cock on a rock and called a thing. They won't be required anymore. They'll be obsolete. They'll have outlived their usefulness. And now they'll be caught between the hammer and the anvil because we don't fucking want them. But we probably should, because they know things we don't. Sometimes there's a bit of wisdom in the enemy of my enemy is my temporary friend. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. So, in closing, in that long beer hole putsch. What's beer hole putsch? B-E-E-R H-A-L-L, yeah, H-A-L-L P-U-T-S-C-H. Yeah, I spelled it out for you. Look it up for yourself. Stop being so fucking lazy. Like I say, if you're going to learn history, at least learn history that fucking matters. Ancient Egypt is fucking irrelevant. That's not where the lizard people are anyway. Oh, guys. I'm going to chill out and try and crash out. It's been a long day for me. I think I got about 2.5 hours sleep last night. Yeah, it's been a cunt. Night. God bless you all and love yous. I really do. Stop being silly. And don't pick fights with me on here, seriously. Surely you can think of something better to do with one hand than that. Ta-da.